It's right around 3:30 a.m. on Monday, June 6th, and I have just been forced out of my unit completely for the last 10 minutes now and forced to stand in this area because of some extremely unsafe and dangerous conditions currently taking place within my unit of residence, which is at the end of this hallway right here. The psychopath who lives in the bathroom of unit 78 that shares a wall with my kitchen sink has been sitting in her bathroom pretty much nonstop for the last 12 hours. And I know it's hard to believe that anybody would sit in a tiny, windowless, unventilated bathroom for 12 hours. I don't know if she's been in there continuously, but she's been in there most of the last 12 hours, engaging in some very disruptive and aggressive and harmful behaviors that have been making it impossible for me to be in my unit for 15, 20, 30 minutes at a time. She started blowing marijuana cigar fumes and cigarette fumes straight through the wall behind my kitchen sink, starting at around 2:30 p.m. and was tampering with the water to my sink throughout the afternoon so that the water was I couldn't use the water safely for any kind of cooking or drinking. At 8:30, she started again blowing all kinds of sickening odors of burning chemicals, completely different smells than from the afternoon, that were literally filling my living space for hours nonstop while I was lying on my bed trying to watch a movie. And now, starting at about 3 o'clock in the morning, she has been using some type of device or equipment in her bathroom, which is directly behind my kitchen sink, that has been suddenly inducing acute onset, very sudden, severe cardiac dysregulation, intense ear popping, head pressure, and a burning sensation in the chest and throat area that go away as soon as I go out into the hallway and stand in this rear stairwell. So this latest very severe sudden onset health issue, which is sudden, intense, acute heart palpitations, like happening nonstop, that are accompanied by intense, like very acute and sudden pressure in the head that causes my ears to repeatedly pop as if I'm in an airplane that's going up and down very rapidly. Those symptoms suddenly started happening at 3 o'clock in the morning while I was lying on my bed just resting. There was no reason for these symptoms to suddenly start happening. And they are consistent with extremely high levels of EMF frequencies or electric current. I don't know what kind of equipment or device the psychopath is using in her bathroom, but it always induces the same exact set of symptoms, just like the water does. The water causes a completely different set of symptoms than the, EMF, whatever equipment she's using causes. So I can tell the two apart. I mean, obviously one happens when I use the water. The other one happens whenever, she feels like using this type of device or equipment directly against the wall behind my kitchen sink. So the symptoms are most intense and most sustained whenever I'm in the area around my kitchen sink that shares a wall with the psychopath's bathroom. And standing in this area right here causes the symptoms to go away. And right now I can't be in my unit. I mean, going in there suddenly causes like heart attack symptoms along with intense like eyeball popping, ear popping, head pressure, and intense burning in my throat and throughout my chest as if she's using some type of like radar gun or laser, or I don't know what in the world she's using, but she's using something that causes very severe sudden onset cardiac dysregulation. Because the heart is an electromagnetically charged organ, whatever device or equipment she's using is an electromagnetically charged device. Your heart stops beating when there is an electrical current going through it that competes with its own electrical charge, and it suddenly stops beating. That's a known medical fact. That's a scientific fact. It's a verifiable fact. So when my heart suddenly starts doing crazy stuff for no reason in the middle of the night when I'm just lying on my bed relaxing, it's because the psychopath in 78 is using some type of device that causes extremely high levels of EMF currents or frequencies in and around the space where I happen to be, and it causes instant cardiac dysregulation. So that's what's happening now, and I can't be in my apartment for what I need to use it for, which is to rest, and I'm paying rent for something I can't use. So I have the legal right to get my rent money back, and that's a fact.